Seal jokingly asked for her rank until her answer made the entire cafeteria freeze. It was supposed to be a joke, a casual question thrown out in the middle of a crowded Navy cafeteria. "Hey, what's your rank?" The Seal didn't expect the answer, and when it came, every head in the room turned, every conversation stopped, because some answers aren't meant to be taken lightly. The cafeteria scene, 110 to 240. The cafeteria was busy, bustling with the noise of boots, trays, and conversation. Young recruits nervously ate. Veterans joked among themselves. The smell of coffee and reheated rations filled the air. At one long table sat Lieutenant Commander Ava Morgan. She moved with subtle confidence, carrying herself in a way that drew no attention but demanded respect from anyone who truly looked. She didn't laugh at the jokes. She didn't look around the room. She simply ate, observing. The Seal's joke, 240 to 390. The Seal, seated nearby, leaned back in his chair. He smirked. "Hey, what's your rank?" he asked, jokingly, a hint of teasing in his voice. The surrounding tables caught the question. Conversations paused briefly, some in curiosity, some in mild amusement. He expected a standard reply. Lieutenant, Commander, Captain, something easy. Ava didn't blink. She looked up, calm, and answered. The answer, 350 to 5. "Nighthawk, sir," she said. Silence hit instantly. No laughter, no snickers, no casual chatter. The Seal froze mid-chew. A young recruit stopped stirring his coffee. A veteran nearly dropped his tray. "Nighthawk?" someone whispered, almost afraid to speak louder. Ava nodded once, not in arrogance, not in pride, simply confirming her call sign. Reactions around the room, 5 to 610. Heads turned. People looked at each other. Some whispered, "That's impossible." The Seal who asked the question paled. He leaned back, trying to mask it, but his hands shook slightly. Nighthawk wasn't a rank. It wasn't just a call sign. It was legendary. And in that crowded cafeteria, her presence suddenly carried the weight of missions no one else had survived. The silence, 610 to 640. No one moved. No one spoke. The room had gone still, frozen by the unspoken truth. Some people don't earn respect with rank. Some people earn it by actions the world will never see. Ava Morgan continued to eat, unflinching, unbothered.
Previously on United War, a casual joke in the cafeteria revealed something no one expected. Lieutenant Commander Ava Morgan answered with a call sign that silenced the entire room. Nighthawk, a name that carried weight few could comprehend. The Seal realizes. The Seal who asked the question tried to laugh it off. "Nighthawk?" he said, forcing a chuckle. "Is that some new thing or—" He stopped. Ava's eyes locked on his. Calm, cold, measured. The Seal's smirk faded. He had heard the name before. Stories whispered in classified circles. Missions gone silent. Operators who vanished. Legends no one spoke about openly. And now she was in the cafeteria, in plain sight. The cafeteria shifts. Around them, Marines and SEALs exchanged glances. The air was heavy. Trays of food remained untouched. Some whispered under their breath, "Is that really? Could she be the same Nighthawk?" Even senior officers stopped mid-step, noticing the tension. Ava took a slow sip of her coffee, unbothered. Her composure only made the silence longer. The SEAL confronts her. Finally, the SEAL leaned forward. "All right, I'm going to ask straight," he said quietly. "Nighthawk, what did you do?" The words were casual, but the tone betrayed awe. Ava set down her tray. She didn't flinch. She didn't smile. She simply answered. "Things you don't even imagine. Things this room couldn't handle knowing. And that's the point. The seal froze. The words sank deep. No one laughed. No one joked. Some realized the stories they'd heard weren't exaggerations. They were reality. The cafeteria remained silent. Recruits stared wide-eyed. Veterans whispered quietly. A few backed away slightly, instinctively respecting the presence of someone who had survived what they could only imagine. The seal swallowed hard. The legend was here, and he was face to face with it. Time slowed. No one moved. No one spoke. The legend of Nighthawk was no longer a rumor. It was standing at the end of the table, watching, waiting, unfazed. The cafeteria became more than a place to eat. It was a chamber of realization.
Previously on United War. A joke in the cafeteria revealed her call sign, Nighthawk. The seal who asked the question froze. The entire room held its breath. Now the legend begins to speak. The seal leaned closer, voice quieter. I've heard stories, rumors, but they can't all be true. Tell me, what did you actually do? Black Marine's eyes scanned the cafeteria. Every Marine, every SEAL, every recruit now waited. She didn't speak immediately. Her gaze lingered on the room. Then, calmly, she began. Black site extractions, hostages you've only read about in classified files. Operations where failure wasn't an option, and survival was never guaranteed. A murmur rippled. A veteran let out a low whistle. Some people went pale. She didn't list dates or locations. She didn't need to. I've worked where no one could see me, taken risks that would end careers. And the patch you see? She tapped her chest, where her uniform bore no insignia beyond her SEAL credentials. It isn't for recognition. It's for survival and accountability. Only a few know it exists. Only fewer know what it means. The cafeteria was silent. The hum of trays, chatter, and clatter in forks had disappeared. The seal swallowed hard. Others stared wide-eyed. A young recruit whispered, "That can't be real." Hardened veterans exchanged glances. They remembered classified briefings, operations that didn't make the logs, missions that ended in rumors. Ava continued, no emotion, no boasting, simply stating fact. I do what needs to be done. No one watches. No one applauds. And if you see me now, it's not because I want recognition. It's because someone else's mistake requires attention. The seal shifted uncomfortably. He realized the joke he made was not only inappropriate, it was dangerous. The cafeteria had transformed. It was no longer a room filled with laughter and casual jabs. It was a chamber of awe. Every movement was cautious, every voice quiet, because Nighthawk commanded it, not with a gun or rank, but with reputation and the knowledge of survival against impossible odds. The seal leaned back, nodding subtly, finally understanding. Some legends are earned, not given.
Previously on United War. A casual joke revealed her call sign, Nighthawk. The seal who asked froze. The entire cafeteria went silent. Now the legend steps forward. Ava Morgan stood. The cafeteria watched. She didn't draw a weapon. She didn't give orders. She simply began to explain a tactical oversight in ongoing operations. a flaw no one had noticed. If left unaddressed, it will compromise the perimeter and endanger lives, she said, tracing points on a digital display. Veterans leaned forward. Recruits whispered. Even the SEAL who joked moments ago stayed still, absorbing every word. This wasn't a lecture, it was a demonstration, a real-time application of skill earned in classified operations around the world. Officers standing nearby exchanged looks. One finally nodded. "She's right. Adjust the deployment accordingly," an officer said quietly. The cafeteria was no longer just a place to eat. It was a command post, a lesson in respect, a place where a legend reminded everyone of what true competence looks like. Even those who had laughed earlier now understood. Nighthawk's presence wasn't ceremonial, it was operational. The SEAL finally spoke, voice low. "I didn't know." Ava didn't respond. She simply returned to her seat. Her calm composure carried more authority than any badge. The cafeteria returned to motion slowly. Trays moved, conversations resumed, but with a different energy. Respect, understanding, the knowledge that some legends don't ask to be heard, they make themselves felt. Ava's call sign Nighthawk had frozen the room once. It had stopped casual chatter, silenced jokes, and humbled experienced operators. Now it commanded acknowledgement. Not fear, not pride, respect earned through silent action, dangerous missions, and survival against impossible odds. The SEAL who asked the joke nodded subtly, a gesture of admission. The cafeteria knew it too. Some ranks aren't given, some are earned in shadows. He asked for a rank as a joke. She gave him a call sign that made the entire cafeteria freeze. Because some people don't earn respect from words, they earn it from action, from silence, from legend. And Nighthawk had done it all.